time is currently 7 o'clock p.m. I am going to turn this down before we get to it. So, a little bit more transparency of the guy that's speaking to you. I have been a movie/TV junkie my whole life. I have a collection of movies, but it's very expansive. DVDs, VHS tapes, even on beta tapes, which came out before VHS tapes. Talking back in the 1980s. So as I am watching the Idiot Box tonight, my mind started to wander, and I come to realize exactly what I had been watching my whole life. Regardless of the style of entertainment that is out there, but especially that, well, anything that is on screen within the actual entertainment industry. What are we actually seeing taking place in everything and anything that is put on the big screen or the smaller screen? We are seeing short and quick examples of karma in action. And basically, this industry, that is a way of mockery within the actual spiritual world. It is covering up, but it is at the same time throwing it right in your face that this is action and reactions to reactions. But like I said, it is quick examples in short time frames. And there's always typically some type of a moral or lesson that they are trying to imply and instill within you. But it's the wrong information for the spirit. It's taken 50 years for this little epiphany or revelation, if you will. I just thought to share that. So the current time is 7:15 p.m. And over the last few minutes, I've kind of once again let my mind wander, and I've had some afterthoughts that I'd like to share with you. So, once again, going back to the entertainment industry, we have all of these award shows, right? And, well, the Oscars, the Tonys, the AMA Awards, your lower budget indie awards, the list goes on and on and on, and then there's so many categories, and then we get these actors. Which a lot of actors come out with a lot of content anymore with their thoughts and opinions and viewpoints over this and that. And do we really want to believe someone that is in the acting business? Do we really want to trust those that have had past roles and experience within the entertainment industry? Because they would be nothing more than actors themselves. Regardless of what level or position of acting that you are participating in. So let's wander into the entertainment of sports and that industry. Okay, even within the sports industry, what we are seeing is fast time, action and reaction, karma taking place. Doesn't matter if it's boxing, bowling, football, soccer, you name it. Now then, you combine those industries together. And of course, the industry or industries that report on all of this. And like I said, these awards shows or after these sporting events, we have actors, because even in sports, if you're on camera, you're an actor, right? Now, me, I'm an influencer, but then I might be acting through someone else. I might just be a puppet myself, right? So anyways, these awards and these trophy moments and these moments to where people are either up behind the podium or out on the field, behind the microphone, and whether they are, it does not, like I said, matter what category of acting that they are participating in, whether those doing the actual acting on the field, acting on the screen, or those reporting on such entertainment. They're all combined, and they are all participating in basically a mockery of karma, if you will. Because, like I said, they're throwing it in your face. Now, this is the real kicker. How many of those people, whether up on stage and behind the podium, and the microphone there, or out on the field, once again, behind the microphone, gives thanks to God, or to Jesus, or better yet, to Jesus, Jesus Christ, my personal Lord and Savior. I've heard that many a times. Why? Why are these people that participating in all of this, and they profess to, be Christian, if you will, and they're thanking God and Jesus for karma? For being in an industry that is actually mocking karma, which we are to understand that, because that is part of spiritual growth, real spiritual growth. Do you know why? And I'm having a hard time with this. I'm starting to understand why the teachings of Jesus was so deeply buried over all these years. And now I even have the mindset, or the mind thought process, not really, it hasn't set in quite in concrete yet. But my time loop theory, the time loop scenario. What if that is real, and we are really caught in that scenario that I describe over on my other channel? And because of that, we, like I say in that theory, we have been actually taken away from the real source, that of which we call God. Now, many believe that Jesus, in fact, was a reincarnation of a former self, and closer to the divine because of his magic. Okay? So if that is possibility or even reality. Maybe that is why we are to place faith in that character, because so much out there is so contradictory anymore. The King James Version Bible is so changing. Now I believe that is because of being part of the controllers that are out there, which basically is of the lineage of the Freemason Society, if not the Freemason Society, and which they are fighting against a different force. And this has been going on for a long, long time. And it's been handed down generation to generation, possibly since the dawn of humankind. Because I believe that there was a mankind that was previous, but not, yeah, Darwin was partially right. But then I believe that there was intervention that took place. And, and it took advanced technology, and it came. And that's why we're stuck in this time loop, because of time travel technology. It took us away from that source, and maybe there is only one pathway, and maybe that does require faith. These are just some thoughts that I've been having. But, like I said, so much is not known about that character. So much has been lost throughout the corruption of time and history, or history and time itself. And I guess, just like many, many others out there, I'm just a peon in this mixture of madness, trying to expose this and that. I'm doing it in my own way, my own fashion, as whatever sees fit, whatever's, working through me, whatever resides within this organic body. More are picking up on this. More people are really picking up on this. And they're doing what they can to try to stop it. And that's why basically you should stay away from religion and politics, organized religion and politics. And the history of this country that was built on so much deception. Oh my, my, my. Yeah. I got more to talk about that in the future. Oh, don't know if I'm catching him. Oh well. So anyways, there's nothing going on tonight. I'm going to go ahead and tie this in to the previous two clips. And, well, we're going to call this day done. And if it's nighttime in your area, have a great night. If it's going on daytime, have a great day. Or if it's tomorrow for you and today here, well, yeah, whatever applies to you. Take it as you will. I highly apologize, people. It is now 7:30 p.m. And this blurred out. I've still let my mind wander a little bit. And, maybe, let's just go just a little bit further with this character in the Bible known as Jesus. Maybe it is not faith in him. Maybe it was to have faith in his teachings of that time, in which once again those teachings have been buried. And those teachings may, those lost teachings may have been that of spirituality. Because you look at Jesus, basically he falls under the definition of magi. Moses was a magi, magician. He did miracles, Moses did miracles. Except with Jesus, if he used something, usually it was of the ground and water. And even in those apocryphal books, the infancy of Christ and the childhood of Christ, I can't remember the exact names of the books, but it describes, him making clay pigeons made out of clay, little clay sculptures, and bringing them to life. Whereas Moses, he had the rod of Aaron, and he also carried a sword, a magical sword. It's something else, there's a lot of magic within the Bible. Magic used by those through the God of that book. You really, when it comes down to organized religion revolving around these Gospels, Dead Sea Scrolls, the King James Version Bible. Well, I want to say one more thing, that the King James Version Bible is the only book that has been affected by the Mandela effect as far as holy books that I am aware of, or so-called holy books. And that should be a sign within itself. So, knowing that, there was so many years of this man, Jesus, and his life that we do not know, so much of his education that we are not aware of, but I am still inclined that it has to do with that of spirituality, reincarnation. He got in touch with his inner self to realize who he actually was. When he was in the cave before the crucifixion and says that he was facing the devil, no, he was having a superiority complex breakdown. He was, he was a nervous guy. He was on the run. He was an outlaw. Yeah, he was having some major discussions with his inner self. That's what I firmly believe. Yeah, his mind's conscious, and then his actual spirit consciousness. Because remember, he grew up as a man, after all. And if you want to believe that he was divine, he was a demigod. So, I'm just throwing my thoughts out there tonight, and sorry to once again come back and make this video that much longer, but, hey, and there's karma to everything, and I get to pay for it by, of course, spending my money on this, taking time to record this, taking time to edit it together, the uploading process time. But for some reason, I feel I have to do it. And these are the messages that I feel that I have to come out with, off the cuff, and raw in form. So, that will do it, as we no longer see that greater light. Nothing else is going on. So, once again, have a great one.